What if I told you that the average American throws away over $500 worth of perfectly good rubber every time they replace their tires too early? And the crazy part, it's not because the tires are bad, it's because drivers unknowingly destroy them with simple daily habits. Tire manufacturers know this. Veteran mechanics see it every single week. Yet nobody tells you the one trick, yes, just one, that can literally double your tire life, saving you thousands over the life of your car. Stick around, because once you hear it, you'll never look at your tires the same way again. And I promise, the answer is not just rotate your tires or check your pressure. This is a method that even fleet managers and race teams use quietly to stretch every mile out of their tires. Curious? Good. Because by the end, you'll either thank me or you'll regret every mile you've already wasted. Why tires fail prematurely. Before we get to the main trick, you need to understand the 3 silent killers of tire life that experts always point to. Incorrect tire pressure. Underinflated tires create extra heat and drag. Overinflated tires wear out the center tread. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, underinflation is responsible for over 600 crashes annually in the US. But here's the real kicker. Both problems cut tire life by 25 to 40%. Poor alignment. When your suspension angles drift even slightly, your tires scrub against the road at the wrong angle. That's why you'll see bald edges on otherwise new tires. Heat and load cycles. Every time you drive at highway speeds or carry heavy loads, your tires expand and contract from heat. Improper care during these cycles weakens the rubber, shaving off thousands of potential miles. Now here's where curiosity kicks in. You might be asking, if these are the causes, what's the one trick that beats them all? Don't worry, we're almost there. Expert insight. What mechanics and fleets know. When you talk to longtime mechanics or fleet managers, people who keep delivery trucks, police cruisers, or taxis running past 100,000 miles on a single set of tires, they'll all tell you the same thing. Tires last longest when they're kept in perfect balance and stress distribution. That's right. The secret isn't just pressure or rotation. It's making sure that every square inch of your tread wears evenly. Once wear becomes uneven, you can't reverse it. You can only accelerate the decline. The trick revealed. Reset your contact patch. Here it is, the one trick most drivers don't know. Regularly resetting your tire's contact patch through rotation, rebalancing, and alignment synchronization. Sounds simple? Yes. But let me explain why 90% of drivers still don't do it right. Rotation. Most drivers rotate every 10,000 miles, if at all. Experts recommend every 5,000 to 6,000 miles, ideally at every oil change. This prevents front tires, which carry 60% of your car's weight and do all the turning, from wearing faster than rears. Rebalancing. Rotation alone isn't enough. Every time tires are moved, they should be rebalanced. Fleet studies show that rebalancing at every rotation can extend tire life up to 40% longer compared to rotation alone. Alignment. Synchronization. Here's the hidden piece. Most drivers only align their car when the steering pulls. But the secret is proactive alignment, every 12 months or 12,000 miles. Resetting your suspension angles regularly ensures your new rotation pattern doesn't accelerate uneven wear. Put these together, and you've essentially reset your tire wear cycle every few thousand miles. Instead of uneven wear compounding, you're redistributing stress constantly. That's how a tire rated for 40,000 miles can suddenly last 80,000. Real-world proof. A fleet of New York City taxis studied by Firestone reported tire lifespan nearly doubling when strict 5,000-mile rotation and rebalancing was enforced. Trucking companies like FedEx and UPS schedule alignments proactively, not reactively, to prevent scrubbing wear. Their secret? Every dollar saved on tire replacement multiplies across thousands of vehicles. Longtime mechanics say the customers who follow this method almost never complain about bad tires because they're getting double the advertised mileage. Psychological hook. Why most drivers don't do this. Here's the psychological twist. Why don't everyday drivers adopt this trick? It comes down to the illusion of cost versus value. A rotation imbalance might cost you $50 to $70 every 6,000 miles. An alignment might be $100 once a year. Most drivers skip it to save money. But skipping means buying a new $600 to $1,000 set of tires 2 to 3 years earlier than necessary. In other words, people throw away hundreds now to avoid spending a few dollars on prevention. It's the same mentality that keeps mechanics rich and drivers broke. Here's where you, the viewer, need to pause and think. Do you want to spend a little consistently or a lot all at once? Drop your answer in the comments. You'd be shocked how divided drivers are on this question. Curiosity loop, but that's not all. We've covered the core trick, resetting your contact patch through consistent rotation, balancing, and alignment. But there are other supporting habits backed by experts that make this method bulletproof. Temperature checks, why your tire pressure should be set cold, not hot. Storage hacks, how parking style adds or subtracts thousands of miles of tire life. Driving technique resets, simple tweaks to acceleration and cornering that stop rubber from being shredded. These are the things mechanics practice on their own cars, but rarely reveal. And in the second half of this video, we're going to uncover exactly those hidden habits. Because here's the truth, knowing the trick is one thing, mastering it and stacking other expert habits on top is how you go from average driver to someone who never worries about tires again. Supporting habit number 1, the cold pressure reset. Most drivers inflate their tires at the gas station after a long drive. Big mistake. Why? Because air expands when heated. If you fill up at 36 psi while the tire is hot, once it cools, you might actually be riding at 32 or less. What experts recommend? Always check and set tire pressure in the morning before driving more than a mile. That's called a cold pressure reset. Real effect. Michelin's own data shows that underinflated tires wear out 25% faster and reduce fuel economy by up to 3 miles per gallon. Over a year, that's hundreds of dollars wasted just from heat and drag. Psychological trigger, think about this. How many times have you filled your tires without considering the temperature? Drop a comment if you've ever done this, because you're not alone. Supporting habit number 2, parking technique matters. Here's one almost no one thinks about. How you park can cut years off your tires. Parking with wheels turned against a curb puts constant sidewall stress on the front tires. Long-term parking on hot asphalt bakes rubber unevenly. Sitting for months without moving creates flat spots that never fully go away. The reset. When storing your car, park on flat, cool ground and keep your wheels straight. For long storage, inflate tires to the upper limit printed on the sidewall to resist flat spots. Fleet evidence. Car rental companies like Hertz and Enterprise have strict parking policies for this exact reason, because one bad parking habit across thousands of cars equals millions in wasted tires. Supporting habit number 3, smooth acceleration and braking. This is the hidden habit mechanics confess when you ask how their personal cars always seem to outlast customers. Aggressive acceleration and sudden braking shred rubber. Proven formula. Studies from Bridgestone show that aggressive drivers wear tires up to 30% faster than smooth drivers. The fix isn't driving slow, it's driving smooth. Roll into the throttle, anticipate lights, and avoid panic stops. Psychological hook. Think about it. Your tires don't care about speed, they care about stress. A smooth driver at 70 miles per hour might double their tire life compared to a hard driver at 40 miles per hour. Which one are you? Be honest in the comments. Supporting habit number 4, the TPMS calibration trick. Modern cars come with tire pressure monitoring systems, TPMS. Great tool, right? Except here's what mechanics don't tell you. If your TPMS isn't recalibrated after a rotation or reset, it might be feeding you false data. Example, your dashboard says your front right tire is low, but in reality the rotation swapped it to the rear. You top off the wrong tire, leaving the real problem unchecked. Over time, that mismatch destroys tread and creates unsafe conditions. The fix. Most vehicles allow you to recalibrate TPMS through the infotainment system or a simple sequence of button presses. Some require a handheld reset tool. This one step keeps your monitoring system trustworthy and your tires healthy. Supporting habit number 5, seasonal tire awareness. In the US, millions of drivers run all-season tires year-round, even in extreme climates. But here's the insider truth. Tires not matched to their environment wear twice as fast. Winter tires soften in hot weather and burn away tread like erasers on paper. Summer tires harden in cold weather, crack and lose grip. The reset. Match your tire type to your climate. Or if you want to cheat the system, run high-mileage touring tires with strong tread wear warranties in milder climates. Manufacturer reference. Goodyear and Continental both openly state in their documents that using tires outside their intended temperature range voids mileage warranties. That's their polite way of saying, you'll waste them early. Supporting habit number 6, road surface awareness. Not all roads are equal. Gravel, potholes, and poorly maintained highways chew through rubber. But here's the trick. How you drive on them matters more than the road itself. Lowering speed by just 10 miles per hour on rough roads cuts tread wear dramatically. Straddling potholes instead of hitting them square avoids internal belt damage. Psychology kicker. Most drivers think they're saving time by pushing harder on rough roads. In reality, they're buying tires more often. Comment below. Would you rather save 2 minutes or $2,000? Curiosity loop, the hidden tool few drivers own. At this point, you're probably asking, okay, I've got the habits, but how do I really know my tires are wearing evenly? Here's the curiosity hook. There's a $15 tool that every mechanic has, but almost no regular driver owns. A tread depth gauge. Measuring tread across the inner, middle, and outer edges of each tire every few months tells you instantly if wear is uneven. Catching it early means you can reset alignment or rotation schedules before it's too late. Drop a comment if you want me to make a full video on how to use this tool. It might be the cheapest insurance policy you'll ever buy for your car. Here's the bottom line. Tires don't just die on their own. They die because drivers let them. You now know the one trick. Resetting your contact patch with consistent rotation, balancing, and alignment. You also know the hidden habits that stack on top to literally double your tire life. So now the choice is yours. Keep driving the same way, replacing tires early, burning through money. Or take control. Apply this knowledge and join the small group of drivers who squeeze every mile out of their tires. Think about it. $800 for tires every 30,000 miles, or the same $800 lasting 60,000 or even 70,000 miles. Which driver do you want to be? Your story might be exactly what another driver needs to hear to finally change their habits. And don't forget to subscribe, because next, we're diving into the myths about tire additives and whether they're miracle savers or total scams. Remember, tires don't have to be an endless money pit. With the right reset, they can become one of the smartest investments you ever make in your car.